Hello there. It's bloody cold today. I've just come out for a short walk over to Sutton Manor Colliery. I have been here before, and quite a few of you have been over here with me. Just going to do a short one here today, and hopefully see if we can catch the sunset. Now we've just come through the gates, the main gates. This colliery was opened, I think it was 1906 when it was first opened, and they dug 2 shafts. The first shaft was 2,000 feet deep, believe it or not. And I'll take you over here now to where it is now, that original shaft. It's all blocked off now so you can't see it, but we'll have a walk over. Okay, so we can see over here to my, well, just in front of us here. This is where the original shaft was, shaft 1, and this was capped off here now. There's the methane pipe there. Yeah, so built in 1906, 2 shafts. This was shaft 1, and I think this was the deepest one, 2,000 feet. And believe it or not, this was Sutton Manor, was one of the largest pits in the Lancashire coalfield. Anyway, let's walk you through. Okay, so there's another cap in there. So, but I've been reliably informed this was where shaft 1 was. Whether there's 2 caps or whether there's 2 pipes for the methane, not actually sure. Perhaps somebody could tell me in the comments. Anyway, let's move on. So the pit was closed, I think it was 1991 when it ceased production. NCB closed it down. Apparently people say there was still 30 years worth of coal in there, but we can blame Mrs. Thatcher for this, can't we? However, let's not get political, eh? Lots of windy tracks here now. Mostly gravel, but there is some more tracks. You can go off-road and go across the fields, up through the woods there, all round. I think when this was done, when it finally closed, they called it wasteland to woodland, and it became part of, I suppose it's all part of the Mersey forest. But what a lovely night, eh? Yeah, so they started digging the shaft in 1906, production began 1912, and by 1914 they were getting 700 tonnes a day of coal out of here. Employed 1,400 people. So Sutton Manor Colliery, like a lot of the collieries in the Lancashire area, one of the biggest employers around here. Last time I was up here, well, I've seen him a few times now, a guy called Ronnie Goulding, and he worked here for 40 years, he said. Loved every minute. His dad worked here before him, and his granddad. But I think that's what people did in the past. It did, wasn't it? You followed your dad down the pit, although he was told by his dad not to. I'm afraid they were the only type of jobs around here. Little bit of a drag uphill here. It's really popular around here now, not only with walkers, people just walking or bringing the dogs and that, but a lot of mountain bikers, and just recently gravel riders are coming around here because it's really testing little circuit. You could stay in here a good hour doing different tracks, swapping over backwards and forwards on all the different tracks. Okay, so as we approach the top of this little climb, if we look over to the right, we can see over to, well, just in front of us is the M62 motorway. In the background you can see the new Mersey Gateway with the red lights on it. Over to the right you might just be able to pick out the old Runcorn Bridge, Jubilee Bridge. And then off to the left we can see what's left of Fiddler's Ferry power station. There's only 4 towers left now, there used to be 8 towers, just the 4 now. And over in the background over there we see Frodsham, the mountains at Frodsham, and then over in the back you can actually see through to Wales, the Welsh mountains. And if we look over to the right here we might be able to see it, but that's Liverpool's over that way, covered by this cloud now, which looks like, well, we're forecast snow, so hopefully we won't get none. There's a plane coming in because we're not far. I suppose we're only about 2 or 3 miles as the crow flies to Speke Airport. Bit of a better view here now. It's just a pity about all that cloud there. So I think that's going to spoil our sunset, but never mind. Better shot now straight ahead of the old Jubilee Bridge. See it like a green arch. A few red lights on the top. That's over the River Mersey from Widnes to Runcorn. Like I said, this was the pit closed in '91 and it just lay empty. There was just the big slag heaps here, and I think kids used to play on here. Wasn't much else to do. And then they decided in 2009 to build this, and you'll see it as we get round the corner now. Designed by, I think his name is Jean Plensa, and built it in 2009, and it's called the Dream, known as the Big Head locally. 66 feet high, weighs 373 tons, and the plinth that it's built on it's designed on the miner's tally, and it was built in memory of all those who worked at Sutton Manor and those who died as well. Over 60 people died here at Sutton Manor Colliery. Yes, so wasteland to woodland, 2.3 acre site. Amazing. Let's take you up to the Dream. Off to the right there you can see the television mast on what's it called, Rivington Pike, is it? Anyway, the statue of the Dream, it's a girl with her eyes closed, and it's well, it's an emblem for hope and for what the future may bring. As I say, designed by a Spanish guy, Juan Plensa, don't know how you pronounce his name. But when it was first built, they wanted to have lights here, so it lit up, because you used to be able to see it from the motorway. Unfortunately now, the trees, like trees do, they've grown. So now there's just certain points where you can just pick the top of the head out, and they said they were going to put lights on, but they said it'd be too distracting for the local people on the motorway, so they decided against that. However, just down the motorway towards Warrington, they've just built the bolt of lightning. If you check out one of my videos, the bolt of lightning, and that's lit up overnight, and that's really close to the motorway. But I don't know, different councils, or would it be cost, or why wouldn't they do the lights? There's been a lot of controversy lately over saying they want to cut the trees down so you can see it from the motorway. But apparently when it was designed, the original designer, he didn't want you to be able to just see it from everywhere. He wanted you to have to walk round and then walk up, and then as you turn the corner sort of thing, catch sight of it. So pretty impressive. Yeah, so there's the plinth, based on a miner's tally. And there's the dream, 66 feet high. I think it's taller than the Angel of the North. Amazing, isn't it? Girl with her eyes closed. And like most people, she's got one nostril bigger than the other. Oh dear, I wonder if that was a mistake or deliberate. Yeah, so like I was saying, lots of different tracks all around here. You can go off on the gravel tracks or off through the woods. There's lots of different tracks through the woods. Another plane coming in, EasyJet. Somebody getting back from the jollies. Anyway, we're going to leave the dream behind us and we'll head down. Head down, see what I've done there? We'll head down one of the tracks. As I say, this was originally one of the big massive slag heaps, and this is what they've done here. Lots of wildlife here now, foxes. There's even talk that there's deer on here. Now there is deer within the local vicinity, just about 2 miles from here, on the old Rainhill Hospital site. There's actually deer on there, I've seen them myself. But yeah, there's talk of them being here. Imagine if it was lit up. Be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll go back down this way. This is another little, it's quite a good little bonk here, good little climb. Testing. All the little climbs around here are testing. There's nothing that's going to wear you out, but there's plenty to do here. If you go that way there now to the right, that will drop you down to the old railway line. There's a railway line that runs from just about over here. There's a pond just over there, and it took you all the way up to Fiddler's Ferry through Farnworth. All the coal used to come from the pit here up to Fiddler's Ferry power station. And then when the pit closed in '91, they had to bring the coal in from abroad. Well, they're bringing it from other parts of the country at first, and then most of our pits closed, so it was coming from abroad then. Crazy how it can be more economical to ship coal from abroad than produce it in our own country. But I said I wasn't going to get political, so that's it. I think it's getting a bit too dark now to film. Anyway, we had a little look at it, didn't we? I was hoping to catch the sunset, but all them bloody clouds there. I think that's going to be full of snow. They forecast snow for us for later. And we're back to the gates. What a pity about the bloody clouds, eh? Ideal for sunset. Hardly any cloud, lovely clear sky, and then all of a sudden the bloody storm clouds blow in. But never mind. What a shame, eh? Ideal conditions for a sunset, and then bloody storm clouds. Never mind. I've been looking for somewhere now bright so you can actually see me as we close the video. So the gates are just right behind me now, and just off to my right there's a little, just past the garage, there's a little car park, so you can actually park there. Okay, so anyway, we'll close this video here now. Sorry there's no sunset, catch it on another day, won't we? But what I will do, I'll leave a link to the video I've done at the Dream, Sutton Manor Colliery, so you can have a look at that one. It tells you a bit more detail about the place. And see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Ta-ra.